Welcome to LFC Transfer Hub. Liverpool announce Andy Robertson will leave at the end of the sea. Andy Robertson is to bring his illustrious Liverpool career to a close at the end of the season, the club have confirmed. The 32-year-old is out of contract this summer and will follow another renowned player of the Jurgen Klopp era, Mohamed Salah, in leaving Anfield on a free transfer. Napoli, Juventus, Atletico Madrid and Tottenham are all keen on signing the Scotland captain, who rejected a move to Atletico last summer. Robertson joined Liverpool for £8 from Hull in 2017 and went on to establish himself as one of the club's greatest fullbacks. He has made 373 appearances for Liverpool and won 2 Premier League titles, the Champions League, the FA Cup, 2 League Cups, the Club World Cup and the UEFA Super Cup. The defender, who has lost his regular starting role to Milos Kerkez this season, said the time was right to move on. "It's never easy leaving a club like Liverpool," said Robertson. "It has been a huge part of mine and my family's life for the last 9 years. I think it has been well documented, especially over the last year or so. I've had opportunities to leave and I've not taken them because of how difficult it is to leave this club. And I wouldn't change that for the world. But I know football moves on, I know teams move on, and I think now is the time for me to move on and go wherever my next move is and wherever my career takes me. I'll always look back on amazing memories at this football club. I've put my heart and soul into the club for 9 years and I've not got many regrets. I've grown as a man and as a person. This club will always mean the world to me, the fans will mean the world to me. It has been a hell of a journey." Robertson is one of the most popular figures of the modern era at Liverpool and remains a hugely influential presence in the dressing room. A return to club football in Scotland is not thought to be in Robertson's plans at this stage. In a statement, Liverpool hailed Robertson as a genuine Liverpool legend, having played a fundamental role in the successes of recent years over the course of his 373 appearances to date. The club added that celebration of Robertson's Liverpool legacy is firmly on hold until the conclusion of the campaign, with the left-back fully focused on helping the Reds end the 2025-26 season as successfully as possible. In an Instagram post with pictures of the two players together, Salah wrote, "It's been an honor to be your teammate and your friend. You've won it all and you leave as a legend. I'm sure we will meet again." Second news is Liverpool's Virgil van Dijk up for vast PSG challenge but admits season unacceptable. Virgil van Dijk has compared the scale of Liverpool's task against Paris Saint-Germain to that against Barcelona in 2019, but conceded belief may not be as strong in Arne Slot's team amid an unacceptable season. Liverpool require another remarkable Anfield comeback to salvage their Champions League aspirations after losing the first leg of their quarterfinal against PSG 2-0 on Wednesday. The scoreline flattered the Premier League champions, who were outclassed at the Parc des Princes, yet Van Dijk is 100% convinced the tie can be transformed on home soil. Memories of Barcelona in 2019 fuel the captain's conviction. Jurgen Klopp's side were 3-0 down after the first leg of their semi-final against Lionel Messi's Barcelona, but won 4-0 on an unforgettable night at Anfield en route to winning the European Cup for a 6th time. Ousmane Dembele's wastefulness in Paris, where he missed an almost identical chance to his stoppage-time effort at the Camp Nou 7 years ago, offered another parallel for Liverpool to cling to. "Back then, you play one of the best teams in Europe with obviously one of the best players ever in that team and we had injuries," Van Dijk said. "And now we play against the best team in Europe. They're the European champions, so I think it is similar in terms of on paper, probably no one gives us a chance. It starts with the belief that comes within yourself. It starts with the belief that we get from our manager, the right game plan, and the intensity that we have to put in from the first second to the last if you really want to achieve something. That's what I want. And that's what I'm going to tell my boys. We have to show it. We have to show the desire, show the fight. That's the least you have to do as a Liverpool player." Van Dijk insisted Liverpool displayed the fight against Luis Enrique's team that was lacking in last Saturday's FA Cup quarterfinal defeat by Manchester City. However, after 16 defeats in all competitions this season, 17 including the loss on penalties in the Community Shield, the Netherlands, International admits Liverpool's current side do not stand comparison with that of the Klopp era. "It's unacceptable," the defender said of the defeats. "It's the reality, it's the big reality, and that's why it's so disappointing, and it's very tough to deal with it. Things will eventually always come to an end, including my time at a certain point. At the moment, the reality is that we are inconsistent. We are losing too many games, we're having some good moments, and we don't stay consistent in that sense. But there was a time also before we had all those good years, and we came out of that as well as a club. It's down to us as players to actually realize that we have to do it all together. We need each other. At the moment, we lose too many games, and the performances have just not been good, and we are struggling to find consistency. It's not easy, but the reality is it is like that, and you have to own up to it, deal with it, and improve it. At a certain point, things come to an end, and then others have to carry on, hopefully with successes. Liverpool had only 2 days to train with the three-man central defense that Slot deployed in Paris, the first time he has adopted that formation in his time at Anfield. Despite losing 3 games in succession, beginning with the 2-1 defeat at Brighton, Van Dijk believes Liverpool's recovery in the last 16 against Galatasaray and last season's performance against PSG at Anfield offer hope for Tuesday's second leg. The captain added, "Obviously, it's a different quality team that we face, with all due respect to Galatasaray. But the game we played against them, PSG, last year, we lost on penalties, but if you analyze that game, we started so well, full of energy, created the biggest chance in Mo Salah when Nuno Mendes blocked the ball. That could have changed the game. You need everything clicking together to turn this around, because we play against a team that is just outstanding in every department. But it also comes back to yourself and to the belief and the pride. We are Liverpool. That's why this particular moment hurts so much personally. And it should hurt as well for everyone in the dressing room." On whether he slept after his goal against Newcastle. "To be fair, I did actually get some sleep. We came back late from the game. We came back at 2 am or 3 am because it is quite far. I remember I was on FaceTime to my friends, everyone was bigging me up. But I did sleep, to be fair. I have watched it back a lot, but my mum watches it back all the time." On if he realized the magnitude of becoming Liverpool's youngest ever scorer. "No, not really, just pure emotion, just passion. 100% my favorite memory so far." On his first impression when meeting Mohamed Salah. "I was excited. I watched them play Nottingham Forest last season at home, and then I got an opportunity to train with them a couple of weeks after. Seeing Mo, he has achieved basically everything in football. He's very friendly as well. Sometimes people forget that they're just people as well. Obviously they have all the fame, but they are just nice people, and you learn a lot from them." On any advice Salah has given him. "Yeah, one time after training he told me the top players, along with your ability, they also get goals and assists. Obviously he has broken many records, so him saying that to me and saying he knows I'm a good player, but to get to the next level just add the goals and assists. On a player he would have loved to play with. Neymar, watching him as a kid on YouTube, seeing him play for Barca and PSG, he's not just a winger, he's an attacker. He can play left wing, no 10, right wing. He was just sensational. 100% I looked up to him." On what he thinks his ceiling is. "I'm very confident in myself. Hopefully a Ballon d'Or. I'd also like many club trophies with Liverpool, many Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues. Obviously everyone wants to win that, but just being regarded as one of the best players that's ever played football. That belief comes from me, but also my brother. He has showed me real belief from young. I remember when he was younger and he was in college, he used to skip college sometimes to train me. Since then, he just really believed in me and just gives me a lot of confidence, I would say. He teaches me about mentality a lot, to be mentally strong. If you don't say it, then you won't believe it, you've got to manifest it." On who told him he was going to be in the Liverpool squad for the first time. One of the first team coaches. "I remember my first time being a sub was against Southampton in the Carabao Cup last season. He just told me, he came up to me and said, 'You're going to be on the bench.' It was crazy. My heart was beating and I was like, wow, I'm going to be on the bench for Liverpool. So young as well, the dream is there." My brother was the first person I told. I called my brother and he was excited, and then my mum after. Not really nerves, just excitement. I wasn't really nervous.